All right, guys, we got 9.3, hello logarithm. So these two equations are true, okay? So it's just kind of starting to see structure, right? So they're true because 10 to the power of 2 is 100. And 10 to the power of 3 is equal to 1,000. So like I said in that last video, this output is the exponent. So really, I think of replacing the word log with like what power? So what power of 10 would give me 1,000,000? Well, that would be 6 because 10 to the power of 6 is 1,000,000. What power of 10 gives me the number 1? Well, that's 0 because 10 to the 0 equals 1. What power of 10 gives me the number 4? Well, that one's not going to be a nice number. So that one you'd have to use your calculator. But I would not worry about that one yet. We had this crazy table in the last activity. If you're in your book, you saw the crazy table. We're not going to do the crazy table because we have these cool inventions called calculators that we're going to get to very soon. So between which two whole numbers would the log base 10 of 600 fall? Well, I know the log base 10 of 2 is 100, and that's too small. But the log base, 10 to the power of 3, so log base 10 of 1,000 is 3. That's too big, so somewhere between 2 and 3. Kind of like we've been talking, the word log is short for logarithm. So what does the logarithm mean, right? Or does? It's the inverse of exponential. So what it's doing is it finds the exponent for you. So next to log is that subscript, right? So what does that subscript mean? So what they're talking about, right, here log base 10 of 1 was equal to 0. So they're talking about that little tiny number. So we're going to call that the base, right? That's going to be the base of the exponential. Right? Because 10 to the power of 0 is 1. So that 10 is actually the base when you're thinking about it as exponential. Again, you don't have to be able to really switch them back and forth now. The goal of this lesson is just exposure. Like, hey, there's this thing called log, and this is kind of what it does. So what about the two other numbers on either side, right? So in that example, log base 10 of 100 equals 2. Okay, so that 100, that's going to be the output of the exponential. And what's to the right of the equal sign, that 2 is really important. That would be the exponent. Right, so we talked about 10 being the base, and then 2 would be that exponent right there. And then the output, it equals 100, which is what you saw in the yellow. So hopefully it's all kind of starting to come together. It's okay if not, though, because we kind of really go slow on building these logarithms. But that was that activity.